Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Hope everybody's doing well and you guys are in a great mood today. All right, let's do the live thing, man. How you guys doing? Everybody's great? I really do hope so, man. So remember to let me just get situated over here on Tube. All right, and let's go. Facebook. Let's get situated. Just power up this device right here, and we're gonna get started. So if you're joining me already, go ahead and tag someone, and don't forget to follow. And for my YouTube follower, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, over on YouTube, just go to, just look for Indigenous Bushman, same handle as Facebook, Indigenous Bushman, and I will be there. You'll find me. All right, let's watch live video. Good. Okay. So let's talk a little bit, man. Let's go over some holistic health issues here, and let's do it that way. Let's do it this way. Okay, so I hope everyone's doing well and your families are safe as always. All right, and it is imperative that you take all necessary precaution in maintaining good physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual health. And all financial health falls under that category too. Okay, make sure your finances are in order. So, as a disclaimer, I am not a doctor or a medical professional. I am a herbalist, holistic health educator, researcher. I do not dispense medical advice. I do not diagnose, treat medical conditions. I provide information and education to you so you could better heal yourself. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, and these products rather, are not intended to diagnose, treat, or prevent any disease, okay? All right. So let's jump into this real quick. Let's go back to my live video. Go back to live. All right, so I'm streaming on Facebook and also on YouTube. And again, if you're not yet try and follow me on YouTube. You should go there and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm live. All right. And you could find me on YouTube at Indigenous Bushman. Just type Indigenous Bushman, you'll find me. Okay. And same with Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, Indigenous Bushman. All right. Find me there. Okay. So let us talk a little bit about cocoa beans. Cocoa beans that we normally call kako, right? And let's see how they can positively impact our health. Positively impact our health. Cool. Okay, so cocoa beans are among the richest sources of antioxidants. Okay, among the richest sources of antioxidants, even more than green and red wine, because those are said to have a lot of antioxidants. But cocoa, my goodness, it is loaded. So make sure you load it on your antioxidants. All right, with your cocoa, the cocoa tea. Okay, so these antioxidants, okay, mainly flavonoids, polyphenols, and catechins, okay, mainly those, they help to neutralize free radicals, okay? And by neutralizing free radicals, they reduce cell damage and they slow down aging. Okay, so by neutralizing free radicals, again, they slow down aging and they reduce damage to cells. Okay. They also benefit your cardiovascular system. Okay, again, the flavonoids in the cocoa beans, they support your heart. All right. And they do so by lowering your blood pressure. And how that works, they actually help relax the blood vessels and improve circulation. They relax the blood vessels, they reduce or improve circulation. Okay? Yeah, let's do this. Let's make sure we go to here. All right. They also help to reduce those bad cholesterol levels, what we call LDL. Okay? But LDL is not, in actuality, it is not cholesterol. Okay? It is not cholesterol. And you can get to learn more about that when you join my class where I break all this down. Okay? But LDL and HDL are not really cholesterol. Okay, but they are considered, LDL is considered bad cholesterol and HDL is considered good cholesterol. But in actuality, cholesterol, what they do, they just help to, okay? The LDL and the HDL, they just help to do the cleanup work after you've gotten wound. When there's wound and then it starts to clot over, then cholesterol or the LDL and the HDL, they have a play in cleaning up all that mess. Okay, but in actuality, they're not cholesterol. Again, if you want to learn more about that, you got to join my class where I break all this down step by step and how it is, what cholesterol is, how it works. Okay. Now, cocoa tea, the cocoa beans, right? The cocoa tea prevents blood clots. And it prevents blood clots by promoting healthy blood flow. Okay. And when there is healthy blood flow, okay, then there is the reduction or the reduction of risk of heart disease and stroke. There's a reduction in the risk of heart disease and stroke when there is healthy blood flow. Okay, so when we say preventing blood clots, don't take it at face value because we need clotting to happen. Clotting has to happen when you get a bruise, a scrape, a cut. All right. So when you say preventing blood clots, it's to promote healthy blood flow where blood clots are not needed. Where it's in the veins, the arteries. Okay. But when you get a cut, a bruise, and so forth, okay, you want that to clot so it can heal, so you won't bleed to death. All right. And that's what we're talking about. That's what this is pointing towards. Okay. And again, after you've gotten a cut and it starts to clot to seal, right? To seal the wound, to seal the entrance, okay, of possible pathogens and germs entering the bloodstream, then that's where LDL and HDL and they clean up. Okay. But again, to learn more about that, you got to join my class where I explain all of that step by step, how it works, what it is, what it does, and how it does its job. That's the LDL and the HDL. Okay, what they call bad cholesterol and good cholesterol. Okay, so your cocoa, okay, it enhances cognitive function. It boosts your cognitive function, and it supports brain health. All right, and it does that in several ways. It does that in several ways. One way it does that is it improves memory and focus. And again, it does that by doing what? Increasing blood flow to the brain. Okay? And contains what we call theobromine. Theobromine, and it also has caffeine, which can enhance mental alertness. But the caffeine in cocoa, right, it doesn't work the same way as caffeine in coffee and caffeine in drinks and caffeine in energy drinks. Okay, and a little later on we will touch on that just a little bit so you understand how the caffeine in your cocoa works and the effects it has on your health versus the caffeine in coffee and the caffeine in your energy drinks and the caffeine in your soft drinks or soda. All right, so we'll touch on that just a little bit. So that way you get a little bit on how the caffeine in cocoa works. Because when people say the word caffeine, it suggests something terrible or something to stay away from. But if you understand how caffeine works caffeine from plants work, then you will know which ones to avoid, or you should probably avoid, and the ones that you really can take safely. Okay? So, cacao protects against Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Alzheimer's disease and dementia. And how it does it, right? It reduces the neuroinflammation and oxidative stress. It reduces neuroinflammation, which is nerve inflammation, and it reduces oxidative stress. Okay? So now, Alzheimer's disease is it is a specific brain disease. While dementia is a general term that describes a group of symptoms. Alzheimer's is specific brain disease, and dementia is a general term that describes a group of symptoms, including memory loss, thinking problems, and behavioral changes. And we see that in a lot of people on the internet. Yeah, we see that a lot. Okay? And those are caused by various brain disorders, with Alzheimer's being the most common cause. Okay? And dementia is a progressive condition. And what that means is the symptoms over time, they get worse in dementia. The symptoms worsen over time. Okay? While Alzheimer's disease is a physical illness. Alzheimer's is a physical illness that damages a person's brain. Now, cocoa, okay, or cacao, it is a mood enhancer. and it reduces stress. Cacao tea enhances your mood and it reduces stress. And if you guys, for you follow me, you know how I feel about stress and the impact it has on our lives, and how I constantly talk about, managing your stress. Okay, how to manage your stress for a better life, for a more practical, healthy life. You got to learn to manage stress. Okay, so cocoa contains natural compounds that positively impact your mood. Okay, and those serotonin and endorphins, okay, those help to relieve stress and they boost happiness. Serotonin, endorphins, okay, they relieve stress and they boost happiness. But I was jolly and happy, right? Those feel good hormones, happy hormones, they get boosted. And when they're boosted, then in the whole scheme of things, then you have less stress to deal with. Okay. And there's another one called phenylethylamine. Let me get it right. Phenylethylamine. Oh, we just call it PEA. All right, to make it shorter and more understandable. It's easier to pronounce. PEA, right? It's a compound that's associated with the feeling of being in love. The PEA, right? It is that compound that's in cacao that's associated with the feeling of being in love. And we have cortisol levels that are being reduced, which also lowers stress and anxiety. Okay, and for me, my cup for my cocoa tea is a big one. I drink a lot of cacao tea, plenty, like all the time. Drink a lot of cocoa, but today I am drinking a this one. Let's see what's in there. We have celery, and I juice all of that. Celery, green apples, just Granny Smith apples, Christophane, and there's a melon in there. It's the honeydew melon. Honeydew melon. Okay, so it's melon, Christophane, celery, green apples. Yes, that's in this drink. And if you guys know anything about Christophane, is one of the best vegetable, one of the best vegetables out there for what? High blood pressure. For high blood pressure. And that is a different conversation. Okay? So it reduces cortisol levels, that's the cacao tea, right? By lowering stress and anxiety. It helps with your blood sugar. Cacao tea helps with your blood sugar. It helps to control blood sugar and diabetes prevention. But always talk to your herbalist. Talk to your herbalist and do research. Make sure you are researching. That way you understand what your herbalist is telling you. Okay, you got to read up for yourself. So when you do your research and you find the information and you connect that information with what your herbalist is telling you, then it really, really makes a lot of sense. Then you get it. And then you know that your herbalist is not just saying whatever. Okay? Because when I bring information to you, I study it, and I research the information before you get it from me. So when you do your research and you read up, it's going to be in line with what I am telling you. Okay? Contrary to what some people may say, people may think, cocoa, I'm not talking about that milk chocolate crap they sell package at the store. I'm talking about your cocoa. From the cocoa bean, straight from the cocoa bean. It's made into cocoa sticks or balls or whatever shape you want to make it in. Especially raw cocoa, right? That's raw cocoa. It helps to improve insulin sensitivity. It does. And when insulin sensitivity is improved, okay, then there's a reduced risk of type 2 diabetes. So now the flavonoids in the cocoa, it slows down sugar absorption. You guys see how that works? The flavonoids in the cocoa, it slows down the sugar absorption and help regulate glucose levels. Your body is not absorbing that sugar rightly. So you don't get that sugar spike that spikes up. Okay? Oh, nice. Good. That's good to know. All right. Very good. Okay, guys. So the cocoa, right? And I drink that stuff almost every morning. Out of 7 days, and I'm not making this up. Out of 7 days, I really do drink cocoa tea about 3 out of 7. And I probably drink it twice a day. In the morning with breakfast, and then at night before I go to bed. Because if you didn't know that, it actually helps with your bladder function. Okay? Drinking cocoa tea before bed, and make sure you boil your cocoa, right? And I'll explain. Before you drink it before going to bed, it will help you wake up less at nights. It will help to tame, right, that overactive bladder. Okay, it will slow the activity of your bladder during the night. So you have to boil the cocoa tea. Don't, because I know somebody posted that you shouldn't boil the cocoa tea. But what happens if you don't boil the cocoa tea, and that is something I tried. Say, I'm not going to boil it. I'm going to do what the person asks just to check it out because I'm like that. So I grate the cocoa, I boil the water, turn on the stove, and I pour the grated cocoa in there, and I'm going to say, and I drink it. What that does, okay, it activates your bladder. It makes your bladder like overactive. If your bladder is already overactive, it will just push it to that limit. But when I boil my cocoa tea for a few minutes and get before bed, there's no overaction of my bladder at all. And I've done it several times just to make sure that that is why it's happening. Okay, so boil the cocoa, please. Okay, no, cocoa acts as a prebiotic. Cocoa acts as a prebiotic by feeding beneficial gut bacteria, okay, like lactobacillus. Okay, it's lactobacillus. Okay, it feeds this beneficial gut bacteria because you have good bacteria in your gut and you have those that are not so friendly. So all bacteria is not bad for you. All bacteria is not bad, okay? Your cocoa, it improves a healthy gut microbiome. And by so, it improves digestion and it improves immunity. All right. And it also helps to relieve constipation. It helps to relieve constipation, your cocoa tea. All right. It's also good for appetite control and weight management. Appetite control because cocoa tea fills you up, especially when you put some thickening agent in there, arrowroot, especially when you put some arrowroot and you thicken it up. And by means, do not thicken your cocoa tea with flour. Don't do that. Okay. Arrowroot. Get a spoonful of arrowroot and you dissolve it in about a quarter cup of water or less. Dissolve it in there. Make sure it's dissolved properly. And after your cocoa tea is boiled, okay, you pour it in there and you stir it so it doesn't lump up, doesn't make any lumps, okay? Especially if you're in your cocoa tea with arrowroot toloma. Do up. So it helps to control your appetite. It makes you feel more full. And it's good for weight management. For those of you who are in the process of losing weight. Okay, and to lose weight, you have to incorporate, your eating regimen. You need some exercise in, and you got to manage stress. You have to manage your stress. You have to figure out how to manage your stress. For each person, it is different. Okay. For me, I lighten my burden with music. Okay. If for any reason I feel like I'm getting stressed out, all right, I plug in my piano and I jump on there and okay, I just sit there and relax. Okay, that helps me reduce stress. I also exercise. Sometimes I go running. Okay, so I just go running, or I stay home. I do some stretches. I do some yoga. I do some floor exercises. I do some cardio. Okay, those things help me to manage my stress. Okay, for you it may be something else, but please don't let it be food. Don't let stress management tactics or technique be eating more food, especially sugary foods. Okay, so you got to watch that. Okay, and remember, I just told you cocoa is like it helps to manage input of food or appetite control. Helps to control appetite. It does so by reducing cravings. Okay, that's how it reduces cravings. When you're craving for sweets or craving for some type of food, it helps to keep that craving down, and it promotes satiety. And satiety is that threshold between when you're full or when you're hungry and when you're full. That's satiety. You feel hungry and then you eat, and when you reach that state of fullness, okay, that's satiety right there. So it promotes satiety by regulating appetite hormones. See, You and your food have to become one. You and your herbal medicine have to become one. You guys have to love each other. When you love your food, when you love nutrition, when you love herbal medicine, it loves you back. It does. You have to learn that. You got to, because those are the things, those are some of the things that we've lost. We've lost the connection between our herbal medicine and our thought process of how the herbal medicine is going to work within our systems. We have lost those skills. We have lost those skills. There is a connection. And when you find that connection, oh boy, it's a good feeling. It's a good thing because you actually feel it. You really do feel it. Now, theobromine and polyphenols, this fat metabolism. Theobromine in the cocoa and the polyphenols in the cocoa, they support fat metabolism, and that's how they help with your weight loss. That's how they help with your weight loss. Okay, so now polyphenols, what they are a diverse group of plant compounds, and they're characterized by their chemical structure. They are a diverse group of plant compounds characterized by their chemical structure. And polyphenols are very abundant in various plant foods like fruits. Examples, berries, apples, and grapes. Vegetables like broccoli and amaranth and onions. Okay, nuts and seeds like almonds and walnuts, right? And grains too, whole grains, not refined grains, whole grains like wheat and oats. And then in spices like cinnamon and turmeric. And then, so in lentils and beans, and lentils are loaded with proteins, by the way. Okay, there's a lot of protein, enough protein in lentils. Just got to know how to cook that lentil, man. How to prepare it. That's key. Okay. Here is something to know about theobromine. Okay, because cocoa contains theobromine, right? And it's a naturally occurring compound that's in the cocoa plant. And the thing with theobromine, it can increase your heart rate. It can increase your heart rate. Now, theobromine and caffeine are similarly constructed types of pharmacologically active chemicals, but they have noticeable different effects. The effects are noticeable differently. Let me explain. Theobromine, okay, is in cocoa, right? It's a naturally occurring compound that's in cocoa, right? It can increase your heart rate. But the difference here is that theobromine is gentle and it's mild. It has a slow onset. Okay, it is long lasting and non addictive. It is non addictive. Whereas caffeine, this is the difference. Caffeine is intense. Caffeine is strong. Caffeine is fast acting, it's short lived, and it can be addictive. You guys see that? You guys see this? Okay. As a reminder, guys, I teach class every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. It is a subscription based class. Okay, it's a paid program, and you should join. You learn. You'll be surprised how much you can learn about those herbs, and it's not just about the herbs. It's about your bodily systems, right? How they work for you and how they work against you. How they work for you and how they work against you based on what you ingest. hmm Based on what you ingest, it is called self inflicted. It is self inflicted. And it's fascinating how much you could learn in my class. It's a lot to learn. Okay. You want to join? Just let me know. Hit me up. Send me a message. Let you know how to sign up for the class and how to access the class. Okay. Cocoa is really your skin, and it's anti-aging, like I said at the top of the program. Okay, it improves skin elasticity and it improves hydration. Because if your skin is hydrated, it looks very youthful. It looks radiant. It shines. Okay, it shines. Skin looks really, really good, and you don't have to put a whole lot of lotion and different things on your skin for it to look nice and healthy and youthful. The only thing I use on my skin is African shea butter, daily. But I also use, aloes and mix it on my face. Okay, but that's it. African shea butter, that's what I use for my entire body. And then aloes. So I wash my locks with aloes. So I just let that water help hydrate my skin. That's a lot of hydration. It's demulcent and it is loaded with vitamin E. Your aloes and drinking. Oh Lord, you guys, you guys don't understand the love for cocoa tea. You guys don't understand the love I have for cocoa tea, man. And the cocoa, again, with the vitamin E and the demulcent effects and the hydration of the skin, it helps to protect against UV damage and it reduces wrinkles. It helps reduce wrinkles because of the high flavonoid content. The high flavonoid content in cocoa. All right. Awesome. What's going on, y'all? All right. Let me shout out some of my people. Mousy, Aggie, my sister. How you doing? Caroline Ford. What's up? Doc Wallace, Claudia Carlton, Lee Vidal. What's going on? Petra, Linnea Joseph. How are you? Glenda Shillingford, Victor Salopui. Oh man, if you don't understand Creole, you won't get this. Victor Salopui. Oh my lord. Yes, bro. Josephine Dangleburn, how are you? Auntie Stable Podcast, how are you? Dave Bertrand. Okay. Hey guys, some of my students are actually on this live, on this broadcast right now. Some of my students are on here and they connect with me all the time. So, Kako again, let's go back to the topic, man. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Right? It has anti inflammatory and immune support. Kako helps to reduce chronic inflammation. That's when you have way too much inflammation in your system. Okay, and chronic inflammation is linked to conditions like arthritis and metabolic disorders. Arthritis, fouettis, devenir fouet, un genou, and in your wrist, and in those joints when you got fouettis in there. Hmm? And those metabolic disorders. The Kako, it boosts immunity by enhancing the white blood cell function. Okay. Now, your immune system is extremely important. Okay. Because the Kako, it boosts your immunity by enhancing the white cell function. So, your immune system is your body's natural defense against infections, against illnesses, and even chronic conditions. Your immune system works 24/7. It never stops. It works and works and works and works. Just like your heart just never stops, just like your liver never stops working, just like your kidneys never stop working, like your lungs never stop working. Reasons you should take care of these vital organs because they work 24/7. Your brain works 24/7. Even while you are asleep, your brain is forming new memories for you, remember? And your brain detoxes at night. And parts are in your hippocampus that's responsible for short term to long term memory. Your brain is working all the time. So the immune system, it works 24/7 and it is working to identify fight off harmful invaders like bacteria, like viruses, toxins, while it also helps to repair damaged cells. Helps to repair damaged cells. So now a strong immune system means fewer infections, quicker recovery from illness. Yes, fewer infections, and you recover from illnesses quicker. You don't have to stay sick 2 months. You don't have to stay sick a whole month. You don't have to stay sick weeks. You shouldn't have a minor cold, flu for more than 2 weeks. If it goes longer, then there is some infection there that the immune system is not strong enough to suppress. Okay, so you got to build that immunity. You have to build that immunity. A strong immune system better protects against chronic diseases like diabetes and heart disease. You build your immune system to be robust. That's defense. Okay, a strong system helps wounds heal faster, especially wounds from injuries, like when you fall, right? You fall. Or like me when I'm fighting, doing martial art, right? When there are injuries, your immune system, a strong immune system helps those wounds and those injuries to heal faster. Okay, it reduces inflammation, which plays a role in many health issues. Now, on the flip side of things, all right, the flip side of things, a weakened immune system can make you more vulnerable to frequent colds, fatigue, slow wound healing, and more serious infections. Now, keeping your immune system involves good nutrition. Good nutrition. Fruits, vegetables, proteins, healthy fats. Yes, you need fats. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you don't have, your brain does not function right. Your brain needs fats. You need fats. Gotta have some. You have to have fats in your system. It is healthy for you. It is healthy for your immune system to keep your immune system going. You need fats for your brain to function right. Your brain also thrives on the sugar, the fruits. Okay, eat some dasheen, eat some yam, eat some tanya, eat some potatoes. Boy, let me tell you, yam, the fei dasheen, that che dasheen, my lord. And you grate a coconut and you put in that bad boy. Please. Now you're talking strong immune system. Okay, you have to exercise. I talk about this all the time because exercising boosts circulation and the circulation of the immune cells. It boosts circulation of the immune cells. You need quality sleep. I teach on that a lot because quality sleep helps to improve immune function and recovery. Stress management, I talked about it earlier. Chronic stress weakens your immune system, weakens immunity. And you got to also stay hydrated. Stay hydrated with your celery, Christophane, honeydew melon, green apples. Juice them, drink it. It keeps you hydrated. Cucumbers keep you hydrated. Melons keep you hydrated. In this, first thing in the morning feels so good. Like before I drink anything or eat anything. Okay? Drink about 1 cup, like about 8 ounces of this in the morning when I make it. And it feels so good going down. Settles, it just makes me feel alive. It makes me feel alive and ready to face my day. Yeah, I'm ready to face my day. So your immune system, right? Your immune system is made up of bone marrow. Again, guys, if you want to learn more, see that board behind me there? This board is used during my class a lot of times. Not every single class, because every class does not require me to be on the board. But that board back there, okay? Your immune system consists of your bone marrow. Your immune system makes white blood cells. Your immune system contains your thymus gland, which helps your T cells to mature. Your lymph nodes of your lymphatic system is a part of your immune system. Your spleen is a part of your immune system. Your tonsils is a part of your immune system. Your adenoids are part of your immune system. Okay? So you have to know this thing in order to figure out how to maintain your immune system, how to keep it strong, how to keep it robust, how to keep it functioning right all the time, or most of the times. Because a weak immune system puts you at risk for catching a cold, catching the flu, viruses, all those things. Puts you at risk. So if you are, and again, some people can't drink cocoa tea. It makes them feel nauseous. And if it does make you feel that way, just don't drink it. If it makes you feel any other way than what I've described here, talk to an herbalist because it can be fixed. I've helped people, okay, get off chocolate addiction, not cocoa, but chocolate. All right, they're addicted to chocolate and they can't stop eating it. You just have to have some chocolate. You see, and the chocolate that you buy at the store in the package, in the wrapper, okay, it's loaded with a lot of sugars. It's loaded with ingredients even not listed in the ingredient list, and you don't know that because there are things that are not required by the FDA to be a part of the ingredients. See, when you know, you know. You don't know, you just don't know. Okay? So, again, I teach every Wednesday. If you want to join my class, and you should, just let me know. I'll tell you how to join the class. We will really learn these things. And you could get a handle on a lot of issues that affect your health. Okay? You can learn to get a handle on a lot of the issues that affect your health in a negative way, on the downside of health. Right? It's a lot we're faced with, guys. So just be vigilant. All right. Learn how to take control of your health because that's freedom. If you know what freedom feels like when you like really healthy, when you're in control of your health, that is freedom. I tell you that right now. Freedom. It's liberation. It's liberation to me. I don't know how you feel about it, but to me, it's liberation. You liberate yourself from all that control by someone else over your health. You understand that? Okay. Good. All right. This is it for today. I've said enough. If you want to know more, join my class. Join my class. And there is some things coming down the pike. And Doug Wallace, if you are still tuned in, I have to talk to you about some things. I will link you up. All right. Don't forget, guys, my website is Bushman Herbs and Things, TINGS. Somebody please go ahead and type it in there for me. BushmanHerbsandThings.com. No spaces, no special characters, just straight up BushmanHerbsandThings.com. And don't forget to follow me on YouTube. Just type in Bushman on YouTube. I am also on Instagram. Same handle, Indigenous. You will find me on Instagram. Follow me. I do a lot of health tips, videos. I do a lot of postings on how you can better manage your health, things you can do to try and take back that part of your life, whereas to be responsible for your own health, because it is really your responsibility. It's no one else's responsibility. It is yours. I'm just your herbalist. I'm your herbalist. Your health is in your hands. It should be in your hands. That's that freedom, boy. Let me tell you. That's that freedom. All right. So this is it. I'm done for today. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. and go to my store, my online store. There is actually most everything you need for your health, for diabetes, pressure, your kidneys, your lungs, for the guys, your erectile function, for your prostate, for your women, herbs for your ovaries, okay? Herbs for your ovaries, your reproductive organs, herbs for your breast, okay? For your thyroid gland, herbs for your eyes, for your eye health, for your gut health, for your lung health, okay? And I'm always available for consultations as well, so link me up. All right, guys, so take care. This is it. We are gone, and I will see you guys